Hello, everyone. We welcome you to Requisitions Made Easy with Odoo. Here, we are going to take you through how requisitions will be done in Odoo. In the meantime, SBU will work alongside specific stakeholders in your respective outfits to process requisitions. We will be taking you through the various phases of the requisition process in this video. You open your browser and enter the URL www.theambpremiumgroup.com. This brings you to the landing page where requisitions will be channeled. So first of all, you input your name as a requester. Then you input your email address. From here, you choose a file. This file could be a bill of quantity, invoices, or a requisition form. The file you choose is dependent on the type of requisition you are processing. Then from there, you come to the additional notes. It's a brief or detailed information about the requisition. So let's assume requisition for cement, Akumadan Phase 1. Then after all this is done, you click on Send. From here, the SBU team will receive an email notification pertaining to the requisition. This is the interface. When you open the email, you realize that there's an attached document and a requisition coming from with Gotin. You download the document that has been attached. And from here, we move on to process the requisition in Odoo. Onto the Odoo platform, this is the interface you will have. From here, we go to the approval module in Odoo. Once you select approvals, we will go to new request under purchase. We select new request. Then we clear what is already there and input the subjects for the requisition. So we have requisition for cement, Akumadan Phase 1. From here, we go to the reference. The reference is going to be the exact projects we are using the requisition for. Then we move to the dates. We choose the date we are doing the requisition. We apply. Then this is the period within which you want your request to be approved. So we are selecting the current dates and we give it a 1 week interval. So it's the following week. Then we apply. From here, we move to the contact. The contact can be the name of the requester or any other person who can do a follow-up in case the requester is unavailable. After inputting the contacts, we move to the products. Then we add a line. This is where we input the particular item we are purchasing. So this is cement. Then we go to the product description. You can give a specification. So here we are doing 42.5 hour. And from there, we go to the quantity. We are purchasing 1,000 bags of cement. When we are done with this, we go to description. This is where you add a brief or a detailed description about the project or about the requisition. So we can cite an example. These cement bags will be used for the admin block. Then from here, once we are done, we check and make sure that everything is okay. Then we go ahead and attach a document. This document is what the requester sent when they were sending their requisition to SBU. So it could be an invoice, their bill of quantities, or any other necessary documents that needs to be attached. Then you attach it. Once it's done, it appears on the screen that a document has been attached. Then from here, we submit the requisition for approval. Once we submit, we go to our dashboard and where we can see my approvals, manager configurations, we go to my approvals, then we go to my request. Once we go there, we realize that the requisition has moved from to submit to submitted. Once it is approved, it will move to approved. So once all this is done, the requester will receive an email notification informing them that their requisition has been submitted pending approval. The request has been approved. Another email will be sent informing the requester that their requisition has been approved pending payment. After receiving the email, you go back to your dashboard and we go to our approvals. When we go there, we go to my approvals, then my request. Once you open it, you realize that the requisition has moved from submitted to approved because it's been approved. And that will be the first item on the list. So you select that very requisition. Once you open it, you go ahead and create an RFQ. The moment you select create RFQ, it creates a purchase order on the dashboard close to the documents. So you select purchase orders. Then you open that very purchase order. Then you input the necessary details you need to input. So here we input the purpose. Then from there we go to the vendor. You select the vendor whom you are purchasing the items from. If the vendor is not already in the system, there's an option to input the name of the vendor yourself, or you go through the list of values and select the one you want. So here we are going to create a new vendor. So we select create and edit. So we are using God is good. So we select God is good. And it will be added to the list of vendors in the system. Because it's a new vendor, it will require certain details. So here we can input the telephone number of the vendor and their email address. After all is done, we save and close. Then we scroll down and realize that the cement we inputted at the initial stage, 1,000 bags, has been populated here against the unit price of 90 cedis. So if you realize the total has come to 90,000 for the 1,000 bags. After doing all your checks, you go ahead and confirm order. After confirming the order, it brings you to this screen, which ends the job for the requester. From there, the account officers will do their due diligence and go ahead and make payments. This is where the account officers take over. So you go onto your Odoo dashboard, you select the purchase model. Once you select it, this is the screen that you will see. You select the purchase order using the source document as a reference. The source document will detail the requisition that was approved earlier. So we open that particular purchase order. Once you open, this is what you have. Once you see this, you scroll down. Then you check the quantity that was requested against the unit price. Once it tallies with what you approved initially, we go ahead and create a bill. So you create a bill. You choose the bill dates. We selected 9th May. After changing the bill dates, you scroll down. You realize that the cement that we requested has been associated with its own chart of accounts. That is the raw materials account. You confirm that and confirm the quantity. Then you click on journal items. Once you click on journal items, you realize that the associate chart of accounts for the product cement is showing. That's the raw material account. There is a debit of 90,000 on that account, and there's a corresponding credit of 90,000 in the account payable, which can also be a suspense account. Once payment is made or confirmed, the accounts payable will then be debited and the bank account will be credited to offset the balance. So from here we confirm. Then we register payments. It brings you the screen where you are allowed to input your bank details. So we select our bank. So let's assume only BC. Then we are going to pay using check. So we input our check number. So that will be the number on the check leaflet we are giving to the requester or the vendor. Then we select the payment mode, check. Then we realize that the total amount has been populated. That's okay. Then from there, we create payments. Once we are done, it will register as paid in the system. After payment is registered, we scroll down. As an accounts officer, we go ahead and send a message to the requester, informing them that their check is ready for signing and collection. So here we type the message to the requester. So we select the requester's name, that's Ruth or 10, and their email address automatically appears. Then we go and select the template for the message we are going to send. So payment approved. Once you select it, it brings you to this screen and it gives you the details in the email that will be sent to Ruth. So dear Ruth, your requisition, you put the subject in there. Cement for Akumadan Phase 1 has been approved. Your check is ready for signing and collection at the accounts office. Thank you. We go ahead and send this message. So this brings us to the end of our requisition module in Odoo. Thank you.